Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hi again. This is my channel. I love doing all types of DIYs on a budget. So I love using Dollar Tree items, and I love to do wreaths, and I also love to do thrift flips. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. I would love to have you. And also give me a like and leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think. Now, you can also follow me on Instagram and Pinterest. Facebook, I'm not really on that too much anymore, so the other two are really good. I also have a wreath shop at Etsy. It's called KristasWreathDesigns. If you're interested, go take a look. I will have the link down below to my Etsy shop as well. So let's get into DIY number one. These are all Valentine's DIYs, and I'm using that tray from the Dollar Tree, some ribbon also from the Dollar Tree, these 3 hearts that come in a pack, I believe, of 6, and some scrapbook paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and some plaster paint by Waverly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this white tray, and I am just going to paint like the edges and a little bit of the inside. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm not going to do the back or anything like that. So just the top and the edges of it with this plaster paint by Waverly. And then what we're going to do is once that dries, I'm going to take this, get this at the Dollar Tree. They have them like usually in the stickers or the floral section. And they're little pearls and they come in like this huge strip, but you could cut them down. So I cut strips and I wanted to make it a little bit more decorative around the edges. So I put those little pearls all around the edge. And now I'm taking this scrapbook paper that I said I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just traced the bottom of my tray, and I'm going to cut it so that it fits the inside. Now, I love this scrapbook paper. I think it's so pretty, and it's rustic, and it's farmhouse looking, and that's what I love. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a little bit of a distressing with some antique wax by Waverly. And I'm just going really lightly, and I'm just kind of dry brushing sort of over those pearls. And then I'm going to go around all the edges on the inside as well, because I really want it to have that rustic look. I love that look. And right now my decor is a lot of the reds and blacks for Valentine's Day, not so much of the pinks. I really like that combination. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my Mod Podge, also from the Dollar Tree. Mostly all the items I'm using in this video are all from Dollar Tree. So everything is really cheap and affordable and beautiful. They come out turning beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my scrapbook paper down in the center, and I'm going to make sure I get it really even. I kept messing this up, and then I finally got it in right. And then I smooth it down really, really good because I didn't want any air bubbles. And I have this little Mod Podge tool that, because I'm a ambassador with with Plaid, and I use they sent me some stuff, and that little squeegee you see right there is one of the things that you can use, and it can help to get the air bubbles out when you're using Mod Podge. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the hearts, and I'm going to, I love this scrapbook paper too. Now this one's a little bit more, but I always get it 50% off when they have it. And it's like really textured, and I love this red because it's a deep dark red, and it's just so pretty. And I'm going to use that to cover my little hearts. And so I'm just going to trace each one of those out and cut it out. And then what I did is I went in with my Country Red Folk Art paint, and I did the edges of my hearts because I wanted to make sure that it was all you know, going together with the red that I was using. So, and that red was a little bit darker, which that's the kind of red I really love. So now I'm just going to take my Mod Podge again, and I'm just going to go over each one of these hearts, and then I'm going to take that really pretty scrapbook paper, and I'm going to stick those down on each one of the hearts. Now, I know a lot of people have different variations of doing this DIY. This is mine. I love this combination. I love the scrapbook papers and everything. I think they're just so pretty together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm put a little piece of cardboard on the back to kind of lift my hearts up, and I just glued it down like a little square piece. And then I'm just going to glue all those down on the center of the little plate. And then we're going to dress it up a little bit more as well once I get these all glued down, because I'm going to display this in my little china cabinet that I have. And now I'm going to do like I guess you call them messy bows, everybody calls them. And all you do is take strips of ribbon, and I cut them all even. It's just a bunch of strips of different ribbon. And then I just tied it together, and I ducktail the ends. And then I'm just going to stick that on my dish in the corner there. Now what I'm going to do though is I decided to come in with a little bit of raffia. So I use this red. I got this during Christmas at the Dollar Tree. They had red, green, and then natural color. So I'm just using the red and the natural, and I am going to tie a knot around my little messy bow in the center, and then I'm going to take that and I'm going to glue it down to the corner of my little, I don't know what you would call a craft display. And what I'm going to do is glue it down, and then I'm just going to kind of fix that raffia so it kind of like runs down the sides, because it was like kind of going all over the place. So I just kind of put it down on the sides, and then I just put a little bit of glue on the edges of each side of the dish, and I just put a little dot of glue, and then I just glued it down so that it would stay in place and look really nice. And that's all I did for that. Then what I did is I wanted something for the center of my bow. So I had these little hearts that I remembered I had that were kind of rustic, and I got them in Hobby Lobby a long time ago in the wedding section. And I just stuck that in the middle. And there it is. It came out so pretty, you guys. I absolutely love this. And it looks really great in my china cabinet. Okay, so now on to DIY number 2. So this one's super simple. I got this little shadow box at the Dollar Tree, and it already says about love, so it was perfect. And I took this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I just traced it. And this backing came out so easy on this one. So if you see them, grab them, because they come out really easy. And what I did is this time I didn't use Mod Podge. I decided to use my little glue stick, and this works really well too. And this one was like super simple and small, so I figured I would use that instead. And then I just stuck it down. This scrapbook paper is super cute as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these hearts that I got at the Dollar Tree. They're like little glass or plastic, but I don't know, hearts, but they're really cute. And I just stuck them inside, and then I'm just going to close that back up really nice. And this pops right back in, so easy. And then there it is with the little hearts inside. Isn't that cute? I love it. A house full of love. And now guess what I'm going to do again? Yes, a messy bow. I love doing messy bows. I'm not really good at making regular bows. I do bows though with my Bodabra. I have the Bodabra and I have the Easy Bow Maker. I have both, and I use both. But I use them for my wreath making. So, and they really do help you make bows. So, but I love doing messy bows for things like this. So what I'm doing is I'm just crisscrossing all my little strips of ribbon, really simple, and then you tie it in the middle, and I ducktail the end so it makes it look a little bit neater. And then I just glued it to the edge of my little display, and now I'm going to take one of those little hearts, and I'm just going to glue that to the center of my bow. And that's it for this DIY. Super simple, guys. I love this one too. Let me know in the comments which one you like the best. So now on to DIY number 3. This is our last one. And this one, I really love the way it turned out. So this one, I took this sign from the Dollar Tree that was from Christmas, and then this love that spells love on it display thing. And now I'm going to use one of these little, they're stencils, but they're like the mesh stencils that stick down, so you'll see in a minute. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to paint the back of this sign with my ink by Waverly, and it's just black paint, and I'm just covering the whole thing, and I only needed to do one coat because it's black, and I did the other side. So I didn't cover the other side because nobody's going to see it, but you can cover the other side. And usually I will cover the other side, but I didn't in this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these love letters off of this sign, and I'm going to use the L, the V, and the E. And I'm first going to get all this glitter off with my sander, and I sanded everything to get it off as best as I could. And now we're going to take this scrapbook paper again, and I'm going to trace out the letters, and I am going to put those on each letter. Really simple. And this only took a few minutes too, super easy. And I used my glue stick again to glue these down. So really easy. And you'll see in a minute what we're going to use for the O. I thought I was going to use that heart one that has the heart on it, but then I decided something even better. So, and then I'm going to do the V. I don't think I show you all of them. No, I don't. So now we're going to take this stencil, and this is one of those sticky stencils that you could stick down. And first I'm putting my letters down to kind of see where they're going to go. And then I had this heart left over from last year that's like a cushioned heart, and I just going to stick that for my O on my sign. So what we're going to do is we're going to fuzz this. Now that's my fuzzing cloth. I'm a Kfarrauto designer, and I have the fuzzing cloth and everything. And what you do is you fuzz it because you don't want it to stick too much to your sign, because otherwise it'll pull the paint up. And then I'm using some of my Kfarrauto paste. This is white, and I'm going to just do the corner of my sign on the bottom and the top. And watch when you lift this up, it's like super amazing what happens. It just turned out so beautiful, and you just lift it up, and there it is. Look at that, you guys. Now this particular stencil, I got a long time ago at Tuesday Morning. It's a Heidi Swap stencil. But Kfarrauto has tons of stencils. I will have my link to my store in my description box down below in case you are interested in purchasing anything. But the paste, everything, they have it there. And these are so easy to use. And I think that looks so, look at how pretty it looks against the black, the white with the flowers. Oh, I just love it. And then next what I'm going to do is I am going to glue down all my letters and my little heart that is made of fabric. Now I got those, there was like a string of them, and I got them for like $2 last year at Dollar General. So you can find those anywhere right now. And right now Hobby Lobby has 40% off their Valentine stuff. So you can also purchase them there because I've seen them. And then I just stuck it in the middle like so. And then I wanted to do more. So I took some of this cotton white string that I had, and I just kind of wrapped it and crisscrossed it and glued it to the back of my sign. And like I said, I didn't cover my sign, but you can cover it. I know some people, it bothers them, but it doesn't faze me because I know it's just going to stay in my house. And then I did the same thing to the bottom, and I just crisscrossed it and wrapped it around and glued it down. And I did use like a little piece of fabric, felt that I had to help secure it as well. And I just glued the felt over the string so I know it was going to stay put and it wasn't going to ravel and come off. And there's that. And then I went another step further. Yes, I did. I had these mini roses in a bush that I had from Hobby Lobby, and I got them 50% off, so they were really cheap. And these could go a long way because there's a lot of them on the bush. And at first I thought I was going to tuck them in like that and under the string, but I didn't like that. So I decided to just take it, the whole thing apart, and I took a little rose off, and I'm just going to stick a little rose on each side of my string. So one on one side and one at the bottom on the other side. And that is it for this DIY. I think it turned out so cute, so pretty, you guys. You gotta let me know what you think. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys again soon. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.